Hello, and welcome to another update video about Ethereum. Ethereum has followed the roadmap nicely. We had a reaction just above the 50% retracement level yesterday, and today the market actually just moved up nicely together with Bitcoin. Higher, I mean, in percentage terms, I think stronger than Bitcoin, but overall weaker, I'd say, right? All we need to do is to take a look at the ETH BTC chart, then it will become clear. Even though TradingView tells me here 12% up for ETH and 10 for Bitcoin, which is similar, but overall, okay, overall, this is a strong downtrend. This is the ETH BTC chart. So, I mean, a bounce is likely at some point, right? But so far, Ethereum has failed to break out to the upside. Here, this is the ETH BTC chart, beautiful trend line, but we are way below it, okay? So we want to see a break above the trend line for the ETH BTC chart to really get back into at least the local uptrend, which could indicate then the start of wave B. Of course, we are far away from it. We're currently in a support area. The price, no, it's not the price, let's say the chart has failed so far to generate an upside reversal. I did put it into my last signal on Discord that I do not expect, let's say, all-time highs on this chart in this cycle. Well, I'm happy to be impressed, but at the moment, I'm primarily looking at best for a corrective rally. I mean, a bounce is due. A bounce is due from here, but there's no sign of it. Well, if we go to the lower time frame, maybe it's trying again, but it's too weak, okay? So this is obviously the chart that tells us if Ethereum or Bitcoin is outperforming, and it's still clearly Bitcoin, yeah? If this chart goes down, Bitcoin is outperforming. Now let's go to the ETH chart. Idea is that I can probably mark it now on the chart like that we've bottomed, because my commentary from yesterday was that this wave 4 could have bottomed in this larger support zone, but it's only a 3-wave rally, so I need more evidence. It would only be possible as a diagonal pattern to the upside. So it's a 3-wave move up in wave 1. It was a corrective pullback in wave 2, holding the support area. Did communicate yesterday that as long as we are holding 2,170 and we see a turnaround, then break above the recent high, and then also break above 2,658, which would be the next confirmation level, it becomes clearer and clearer that we are in a larger diagonal pattern to the upside. That means, in other words, we've bottomed and we're forming a 5-wave pattern to the upside. Looks good. It looks promising, but it's only a diagonal pattern. Bitcoin's chart is an impulse. It is much clearer here. So this chart is currently following the roadmap I shared earlier today. I did not share it like that in the last video, but updated Ethereum several times today for our gold members. Let's take a look what the updates were. For Ethereum, I won't go through them all, but one of them was here this afternoon. I presented, I think, here the idea of a diagonal pattern. The price at the time was 2,449. And the reason for the diagonal is because circle wave 1 is just a 3-wave move. So the idea is that also wave 3 has to be a 3-wave move. And the idea was that the 2,658 level needs to break for further confirmation. Now we're currently there at that level. If the price breaks above 2,658 resistance, which I've added to the chart just now, I will assume that the yellow scenario is unfolding as diagonal pattern. But also that this chart leaves a lot of room for interpretation and looks overall weaker than Bitcoin, especially because of this diagonal pattern. It just leaves a lot of room for interpretation. So let's take a look at the next updates. We had ADA, we had Doge, Bitcoin, Cake, Pancake Swap, Bitcoin, Jasmine was updated, Bitcoin, Ethereum here. So a later update was still following the roadmap, followed through nicely, no changes required, yeah. The price is, at this time, it was filling in this C wave of wave A. Okay, a quick educational lesson. An A wave can be a 3-wave move and an A wave can be a 5-wave move. What I found, especially in this cycle, A waves are most frequently 3-wave movements. So I typically track an A wave, which is part of that wave 3, as a 3-wave move by default until it proves that something more bullish is going on. And then we had the last update was at around 8 p.m. The price should still extend a little higher in wave C of A, but these are all corrective structures, but should still extend a little higher. At the time we were here at 2,580. And yeah, price moved quite, I mean, I don't normally call these predictions, but the price could be predicted quite nicely today here. Covered bread here today as well. And yeah, now we have this push to the upside, and the latest commentary was that this C wave of wave A, it has now reached this target zone, and it looks now technically complete. So this is now where I'm waiting for a B wave pullback to form at some point. Now we are now at resistance, and the A wave looks technically complete, so wave C of A. The wave C is a 5-wave move, small 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It can always extend higher. I have absolutely no indication at the moment of a top in place here, but if a pullback forms, I would call it wave B. And I can already add a support zone. Just be aware it is not the final one. We can leave the let's take that one out. This one here is between 2,381 and 2,517. So as long as we're holding 2,381, this yellow microstructure could unfold further, and the larger third wave should ideally get to 3,075 or higher. There's a long way to go. Let's see if we can actually get there. So yeah, that's the update about Ethereum. Hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Also, make sure that you follow us on Instagram and Twitter for additional content. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.